Hello and welcome everybody to the Trackalicious Monday Rookie Series here at the amazing Nürburgring. I hope everyone is having a lovely evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in this fine world. I am Mike Nause, joined in the booth tonight by none other than Steven Tomazic. Steven, welcome to the booth.
Thank you. Good to be here.
We're here, as I said, at this awesome track. It is 15 corners, 6 to the left, 9 to the right, an elevation of 57 meters, located in Nürburgring, Germany. 3.1 miles of absolute incredibleness. And we are here already into the action, out into qualifying as well. Big thank you to our subscription already from AV6 Scott, dropping some yellow flags in chat, as we did unfortunately have a couple technical difficulties. That is why we are jumping in so late here, as well as maybe down a couple drivers, unfortunately, due to some technical difficulties. Some actually big names. Hopefully they're able to rejoin before the end of qualifying here. But as it stands, we have 20 awesome drivers on the grid. And like I was saying before, welcome, Steven Tomazic. How are you doing on this amazing evening tonight? You ready for some awesome racing here at the Nürburgring?
I am ready, man. This is a fun track to be on. It's very, very technical, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it.
Absolutely. Currently seeing 2077 on the pole position from the white plate drivers. That is going to be from Mike Burkov. The 609 Porsche. Maybe experimenting a little bit. Mike Burkov, he's known to dabble in a couple different cars over the course of the seasons, all the way from the Maserati to now we're seeing some lovely German engineering out there in the 609. Mike Patrick in P2, 7/10 off the pace. There are some awesome names out there tonight, especially some new names, but the Noobs R Us drivers are out in stride tonight as well. Unfortunately, I think, though, missing one Noobs R Us driver that I know of, maybe two actually, I think both Casey Swanseger as well as Kevin Rivera. I think both of them have come victim. But this race, unfortunately, does not count. Yes, Jeremy, I was literally saying that, or I was about to say that. You took the words out of my mouth. This race will not be counting towards the championship standings. This is the unofficial round 7. So we are going to be casting it normally tonight, like it is a normal race, but it will not count for anything in terms of championship standings. So though we are missing some drivers tonight, it will not affect the championship overall. We will be able to mend that next week.
Yeah, and a lot of these new drivers can take this time to get themselves accustomed to this track, man. It's unfortunately one of those nights where we have to play it as it is, but we got awesome racing that's going to happen tonight, and I think a lot of practice will be done for these new drivers.
Yeah, it should be very helpful for them. Definitely some new rookies. Always encouraging new people to come and join the rookie series if you are experimenting with sim racing in general. Maybe just got a wheel, or even on a controller and debating getting a wheel. But also, yes, hits. Yes. Why is that? The server has decided that certain people cannot see the ping of the server and not let them join. Really not sure why. We've done everything from the full server restart all the way to literally updating the server and reinstalling a new, basically, version of it. So unfortunately, that is, it's just rather unfortunate. I think that there's no other way of putting it, just the technology being technology this time around, and we'll have it mended hopefully by next week. And yeah, I do not think this will be counting.
Skynet, man. Skynet.
Yeah, looking at the Discord, I haven't seen any official messages, so nothing to report there.
Yeah,
also,
the FIA has not come out with a ruling yet.
If you guys haven't checked, apparently Casey Schutte, who was one of the drivers that had the technical difficulties, they are now able to join. But Yes, as we're just getting here, like I say, settled. And welcome, Bigley. One Bigley out there in chat, representing his team, of course. Dan Brace in the Ironman Alpine. I feel like Dan Brace is a name we haven't seen in a while. Very, very rapid driver and showing his pace immediately over Wilson Fernandez, 0.6 off the time. May or may not be joining for Imola next week. Moriko, you gotta get your butt out here. Get it in that seat of those GT4 cars and get some experience out there. Come on. Also looking here at Darren Thomas in the Ginetta Trackalicious representation. As long as kill all tires. Is that what that says on the back of the Ginetta? Hang on here. It does, in fact, say kill all tires. Warning, stay back at least 50 feet. It doesn't say at least. I added that. But stay back 50 feet. And in no passing zone. I hate to break it to you. I don't think a sticker is going to do that for you, Darren. That's going to be on you.
You mean stickers don't add horsepower?
I've heard paint jobs do, but no, I do not think stickers do.
Nah, you gotta make sure you have those flames on the car. The flames add an extra 10.
Oh, also, Moriko, you will not be joining us for Imola next week because, yes, we will be 99%, I'm pretty sure at this point, having Nürburgring, a repeat of this week's race, due to the fact this race is unofficial. But if you are interested in joining, like I say, for the next week official race, make sure you guys do check out the sim grid. Type that in. I didn't type it right. There we go. In chat, if you guys are interested, like I say, if you are newer to sim racing or even more experienced and just want to test it, these white plate drivers are no slouches. Dan Brace and Wilson Fernandez putting in 2:05 respectively there in terms of his lap times for the GT4s. We do now see the red plates, though, out on track. Jacob Little out there along with, is that some new names out there on track. We have, is that Jaeger Carew? Jaeger Carew? Somebody's going to have to give me a proper pronunciation on that name for sure, as they don't have a flag associated with them. I'm unsure on where that would be.
Yeah, another driver I haven't seen on the track yet is Dimmock in the number 74 Aston Martin.
Never seen Caleb Dimmock out there on track?
I have not seen Caleb Dimmock out on track.
Caleb Dimmock, a seasoned rookie. The number 76 Aston Martin out there. I think we've seen him put in some fairly decent results out on track. Very American-British car here, or a British livery, I suppose. They have the same colors. But, no, Caleb Dimmock, he's been around, as he's now been around the track. Whoa. We're back. Caleb Dimmock, I wonder if is that server, or is that... Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. Not again.
Yeah, Mary, I just saw a bunch of yellow flags come across the screen, but I think we're back again.
Oh,
no.
You have officially cursed that one to oblivion.
I should not have said anything. I'm just going to zip my lips for the rest of the night.
Oh, okay. We are officially gone for right now. Okay. Hello, Eric. Welcome. As well as Assbox in chat, Mike Patrick, driver of the AMG Black. Mike Patrick putting in 2.8 seconds off the pace there, as we can see on the frozen time board. And currently, I wish I could pop over, but we can't. And yeah, we do, of course, have upcoming events. There, no doubt, we have our GT3 Championship starting up very, very soon. That, of course, is going to be round 1 at Silverstone. That will be August 6th, coming up very soon. It's going to be a 30-45 double starting at 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern as well.
It's looking like it's still up. There's still drivers in. I think it was just a local disconnect.
Okay. Stand by, folks. We're doing this live. As the server today has not been happy.
It has not liked any of us tonight.
We're back with 19 drivers out, as well as Ollie Raza in track. He's always been in the lead.
I don't know. But he's out there. Unfortunately, it looks like he missed qualifying for his split, but I'm sure we'll see a fantastic performance from him.
And we'll get that off the screen. And we're back live. Handful of people dropped, but we're back with 19 drivers, so we're racing in this unofficial race, thankfully. Currently, though, time to beat for the rookies as I get all of my HUD stuff situated again. There we are. Currently, Adam King up to pole position as it stands in the AKR Camaro. 2090 representing that time. Behind him is going to be Jacob Little with a 2091. Very close times as it stands. Scott Sullivan dropping in a time that is also extremely respectable. 213. Bit to be desired, that's for sure. Thank you, IRS0123, for the follow. IRS, please don't take my money. But welcome. Hope you're enjoying. Thanks everybody here for being here tonight. Everybody in chat as well. And you hooked up a lag switch so that you can win for once. Oh, cheeky Mike. A fellow Mike, of course. I don't think I introduced myself. I'm Mike Nause in the booth here. I don't know if I even said that.
No, you did. You did at the beginning.
Oh, I'm very, very humble then. Just had to throw it in one more time, that's all. Oh no, come for our wallets. And Alpine goodness. We've come to the right place for that, as we have an Alpine sitting on pole position as it stands. We've seen quite a few Alpines through and throughout this series. We also have Corey Hampshire starting in the back of the grid, it looks like, in the Alpine as well. Corey just woke up and joined. Okay, Corey just waking up at like 3 a.m. and joining a race. You love to see it.
Glad to see him get in here on track.
It's true dedication, folks. Alex Ishii in chat as well. Welcome. Alex Ishii, very talented driver himself. Currently in the pits as it stands in the Audi, the squishy GT. All right, fair enough. I may have oversold you slightly, but that's okay. You know, Alex Ishii, I don't really either, to be honest, but it at this point is what it is. It's definitely the better thing to do, as we do not want to affect the championship with unfair results. But, you know, it's just more racing. That's all it is. So, we're here to race. Yes, and Ollie Raza has joined as well, I know. I wonder who is going to be winning this race, but also starting at the back of the grid. But setting a time, Ollie Raza's going to get disqualified.
I think he got out of the pits too late to set a time. He's not setting a lap time right now.
He's just cruising in the KTM.
I think he's just getting a little acquainted with the car before the race.
What hits? Beats Farmville. Did you beat? Can you beat Farmville?
Who still plays Farmville?
Well, clearly, Hits does. Oh. Not counting a race is better than Farmville. You know, I would say that as well. I do love me some action in terms of side-to-side racing, and we're going to see plenty of that tonight, I can assure you. Especially with the likes of Corey Hampshire and Ollie Raza starting at the back of the grid. They're going to be making their way through the field relatively quickly.
Yep, and we got Kevin Yu coming around the final corner. He's up on his Delta, and does he improve? No, he does not. He came close. Came close to taking that pole position away from King.
Also totally forgot to put on picture-in-picture for the qualifying. That's all right. We'll have it for the race. As we have the calm before the storm once again here. Starting in Nürburgring, Germany, a track named after, well, where it is, of course, the Nürburgring. Located in the Eifel region of Germany. Very lovely region to fly here, especially on the flight over, both Steven and I, to the, of course, booth here, where we are in real life. It's been quite the beautiful scenery. But, putting that aside and getting into it, why don't we meet our drivers here. As starting in P1, we have none other than Dan Brace, the Ironman Alpine, number 46 car, and lined up next to the 88 of Wilson Fernandez, the Brazilian driver. Next to him will be Mike Burkov with quite the qualifying result. Darren Thomas will be 4th fastest, followed up by Casey Schutte in 5th. Adam King, 6th fastest, followed up by Kevin Yu in 7th. Mike Patrick, 8th fastest, the number 7 AMG black car, and lined up next to it, Professor Chronotis, the number 42. We have Jacob Little, 10th fastest, next to Aaron Miller in P11. Aaron Miller lined up the number 90 Aston Martin. I should have also mentioned the red plate drivers, of course, Adam King, Kevin Yu, as well as Jacob Little in P1, 2, and 3 for the red plates, respectively. In terms of overall now, Zane Blisket will be 12th fastest, the number 64 Janetta out there on track today. We have Jacob Church right behind him, the number 13, P13, the number 253. The big old Camaro, one bigly. Next to him will be Caleb Dimmock, the number 14, the P14 car, number 76. Next to him, Scott Sullivan, number 43 in P15. Behind him will be Alessio Gappa in 16th, another Janetta out there on track, and I am actually not sure on what that flag is. We have Jager Carew. Apologies on the mispronunciation, as I'm almost certainly mispronouncing that name. The number 77 Janetta out there on track, number P17 for them. Seth Lincoln, number 101. The Class and Gas AMG, going to be 18th fastest, next to Raleigh Duce in P19. Alex Ishii, 20th fastest, next to Ollie Raza. The TSR, True Racing there, KTM, next to Corey Hampshire with some more Noobs R Us representation. And Alpine at the back and Alpine at the front. The cars are all starting up as we get ready to begin our formation lap. It's going to be 3.1 miles here in Nürburgring, Germany. And the car's just beginning underway. And the funky beats just coming to an end.
Gotta love them funky beats.
But it's going to be quite the exciting race tonight. It'll be really interesting to see Wilson Fernandez taking a stab to Dan Brace. Both of these drivers showing how rapid they are. Dan Brace, haven't seen him out on track in a while. It'll be interesting to see his return. I'm sure he's done some more sim racing in the time. Mike Burkov electing to start in the pits, interestingly. He'll be battling back there with Ollie Raza and Corey Hampshire as they work their way through the field.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for them to work their way through this field of rookies, but I believe Raza, Hampshire, and Mike Burkhoff will be able to do it. They are extremely talented behind the wheel.
If I was one of those rookies, and this is just me, mainly because I am massively intimidated by the speed of Ollie Raza, I would get out of the way very quickly. As know who you're racing, big part of it. Ollie Raza and Corey Hampshire, both very, very quick, which is an understatement.
Come on, you got to make it a challenge for them.
They did elect to make it a challenge for themselves, that's for sure.
That is true. That is true.
And Alex Ishii, don't want to race? That's all right, man. We will see you back next week, hopefully. Back in Nürburgring, Germany.
Yeah. We're now just coming through Schumacher, coming up the back stretch of the track.
And IRS, is this a standard or a rolling start? It is a rolling start, as it's already been answered. Okay. My bad. Apologies, I was a little late on that one. But good question, good question. Yes, it'll be a rolling start here tonight. 2x2 Noah's Ark formation. And they line up down the start, finish straight. Thank you, Hits. I appreciate you. And Bro Dirt, thank you very much for the follow as well.
Welcome to the stream there, Bro Dirt.
As we get ready for some incredible action here tonight. 21 cars on the grid. 20 of them starting in the field. One starting in the pits. Mike Burkov electing for that one tonight.
Yep, they're all just coming through the NGK chicane, going into Coca-Cola now to the front stretch.
As this track does have the best final corner name, the Coca-Cola Curve. Almost unbeatable. But yes, 2x2 Noah's Ark formation as we get ready to go green. Dan Brace going to be trying to hold off Wilson Fernandez into the first corner. Who's it going to be? And we're green here at Nürburgring, Germany, and we're flying. And it's going to be a smashing start for both P1 and 2. And immediately Darren Thomas is under threat. That Ginetta lacking in straight line speed, and you can see it here. We're going to go 3 wide into the first corner, and 3 often does not go well into this corner as the Camaro makes a dive and gets by Wilson Fernandez. Wilson Fernandez loses 2 positions at the start, down into 4th position, but he says absolutely not. He pushes his way through. Casey Schutte there as we see a bit of a slide. I think that was from behind. Was there a yellow flag? I think so. That was Ollie Raza getting caught up in there as well, maybe. Alessio Gappa. Currently, though, side by side with the Camaro of Adam King. Excellent, excellent start from the rookie as Adam King managed to make up 3 positions from the very first go. Can he hold on to it, though?
Yeah, I think all 3 of the heavy hitters got involved in that. Yep.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yes. That
I hate to see it.
Extremely, extremely unfortunate. Wow. Big one early on there. There will be a second race. Do we host endurance races as well? Yes, we do, in fact. We'll touch on that a little bit later, but I'll touch on that a bit more a little bit later, but yes, we do host endurance races over on SimGrid. You can type !SimGrid if you're interested in that. But as the action stands, we have Darren Thomas hunting down the move here onto Casey Schutte. Casey Schutte, of course, in the Reckless Racing GT4. Hasn't shown that just yet. Corey Hampshire, he's made up a couple positions. He's also on the hunt through the red plate field. As we see Seth Lincoln not going to fight that.
And Brace has picked up a hefty gap on Fernandez. He's 1.9 seconds ahead.
Wilson Fernandez managing to take back P2 is quite impressive. As Adam King, unfortunately we did miss that. Adam King with an excellent start. I got to give him props there.
He saw the opportunity and he just sent it through the first corner. It was amazing to see him go 3 wide and somehow make it into P2.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're absolutely right. He went 3 wide and then sent it by another car after that, which is just incredible. Really well-placed car placement for the Camaro, which is a very large car, and I think he avoided contact all the way around, too.
Yes, he did.
Casey Schutte looking to relinquish that podium position, though, from Adam King. And a bit further down, we see Corey Hampshire making some more moves. Scott Sullivan falling victim now. Mike Burkhoff and Ollie Raza also actually finding each other at the back of the grid. Of course, Mike Burkhoff starting in the pits. Oh my goodness. That was Scott Sullivan. Not sure if there was contact involved there or not.
I only saw the yellow flag on him, so he might have just went wide.
Very easy to make a mistake when you are being overtaken. Especially here at Nürburgring. Not much runoff area, as you can see. Just the rumble strips. After that, it's pure gravel and grass. Checking a bit further up, we have Professor Chronotis here in the T-Swizzle 2020. It's AMG on AMG action currently. As we come now down into the Michelin curve. Or wait, hold on, I'm looking at this backwards, aren't I?
We're heading up to NGK now.
Yes, NGK, thank you. Oh, as he closes up massively, he's going to make the send here into the final corner. It doesn't quite happen until it's Steven, take it away.
Yeah, it looked like he was just trying to go for it, and he just backed off a little bit. But he's he's looking on the inside for going into Hague. And I think he's alongside. I think he's got it. And he's off track, unfortunately.
He's way too deep. Of course, Professor Chronotis, an avid fan of Sum 41, In Too Deep being his favorite song, and he is showing it there. Casey Schutte trying to make it happen a bit further up. Currently 4th position, looking to make it a 3rd, though.
Yeah, he's really sniffing the bumper of King right now.
And we also have Jake Wells in chat. Welcome, Jake.
Welcome, Jake.
I suck at this over on Twitch. Currently, though, keeping an eye on Casey Schutte. So we pop on board with him. We see just the pure talent it takes to stay behind these drivers, especially in some of this dirty air through these high-speed corners. This being one of the most fun corners in ACC. Adam King messing it up just a little bit. Is that going to be the opportunity that Casey Schutte has been waiting for? It looks like it as well, though. We need to keep an eye. Darren Thomas slipping through like putting your thumb on the end of a garden hose. He flies through there. Incredible action. Adam King forced into that 5th position. He still has gained 1 position from where he started, but now has to tangle with Kevin Yu, the fellow red plate. He's been battling with white plates up until this point, but he just couldn't quite hold on.
Yeah, he just can't keep up with the pace of the front-running white plates, but it's a very good show for him. He's really pushing hard in that Camaro.
Thank you, Hits. And yeah, Jake, it's going very well. Well, it's going all right, I should say. We've had a bit of server issues. This is the unofficial, this is officially the unofficial race. There we go. That's how I'm wording it. This is officially the unofficial race of the Nürburgring for next week, which has been postponed. Very unfortunate. We just had some server issues that didn't let a couple drivers into the server. For whatever reason, we did everything we could, really, at least to my knowledge, and rather than have the championship be affected by it, we just decided to postpone it a week. That way, nobody has, well, you know, the championship stays the same. So this is a just for fun race.
We got Corey Hampshire going after Dimmick in P12. He's currently sniffing that bumper. He's sending it in. He made it around Miller just a couple turns prior. And now he's got Dimmick in his sights.
Hop on board. See what a champion looks like. I think it's fair to say Corey Hampshire, he is a champion. Took the rookie championship last season, which promoted him. I mean, not really. He was win or lose that championship, he was getting promoted. But nonetheless, that promoted him to the non-rookie standings, where he has shown that he is quite the quick driver. Not quite as quick as his brother, of course, Kyle Hampshire. Kyle Hampshire being a champion, and I know Corey is going to watch this back, and he is going to send me a strongly worded message because I know what his one goal in life is, which is to simply be faster than his brother. But he's got a bit of work to do for that. Currently working on overtaking Zane Bliskett. Looks like this will happen this lap, more than likely.
Yeah, this is just where the Ginetta is not strong, right here on the straight. And Corey Hampshire got a really good run out of Coca-Cola curve.
These guys don't seem to be driving just for fun. And sorry there, Steven, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
But yes, you're absolutely right, Iris. Tell a racing driver to drive just for fun is not, it doesn't work like that. Just for fun is race as hard as you possibly can, and well, if you crash, you crash. Not really, though. Don't crash. Mike Burkov trying to dispatch Caleb Dimmock. We've seen a few people do already. Mike Burkov not quite getting through the traffic as quick as Corey Hampshire. Neither is Ollie Raza, to be fair. Ollie Raza I was expecting to make a bit more headway. I don't want to say he's nerfed because he's driving the KTM, but he might be a little nerfed because he's driving the KTM.
And a damaged KTM at that. Remember, he got spun out on the first lap.
That thing does not look fun to drive.
Yeah, that was a big, big moment for him. Lost a lot of time.
Yep, Jake, 2 races tonight. This is race 1 of 2. Currently have 9 minutes, 35 seconds to go till we head over into another qualifying session, where we will see the drivers re-qualify for the next race. Basically a full mock-up of what would be the official race. Ooh, and very late on the brakes, struggling though through the chicanes is that KTM. Just the weight transfer, I think, with the damage. It's a very imbalanced car now, and it doesn't like those quick changes of center of gravity, I suppose would be the word.
Yeah, I believe the KTM just does not like to get thrown around through those corners. As you got Thomas now looking for P3 on that podium.
Whoa!
24 seconds behind.
Aaron Miller briefly forgetting that the pedal directly to the left of the gas is the brake. Outbrakes himself. I think he missed his braking marker, if I had to guess. Let's watch this from his perspective, as he's gonna need a new pair of pants after that.
Whoa. That was a very, very, very big send. He's lucky he didn't collect anybody on that one.
That was very well placed. He quickly realized he outbroke himself, and a very good awareness from the drivers on the outside there too as well, not turn in. That was a very nice save. You got to give Aaron credit there. Like I said, he recognized the mistake very early on and got the heck out of the way. But great driving from everybody there overall. Ollie Raza now, the next one is going to, next to dispatch Aaron Miller. Potentially. We'll see. Can Aaron Miller hold on?
And Corey Hampshire is just flying through this field. He is now P10.
Jake. Oh. Not repeating that one.
Nope.
Caleb Dimmock pushing on to Zane Blisket here. Zane holding P12 strongly. P12 overall, I think P3 in terms of rookies. This is a battle for the podium from Caleb Dimmock, if I'm not mistaken. I am mistaken. Jacob Little holds that podium slot. Nonetheless, this is an incredible battle with Zane Blisket holding up a massive line of cars. He's doing absolutely everything he can to defend on these straights, slamming the door on the inside shut, as you can see. That Aston Martin, though, with the straight line speed, but the Ginetta with the brakes, the KTM, though, from behind. Ollie Raza sliding in there, gets the overtake done on Aaron Miller. Very nice. And thank you, Sleepy VSS, for the follow.
Yep, we got Corey Hampshire finally making it past Jacob Little.
Oh, there's contact!
Oh no. I just need to stop talking.
Oh, why don't we go back and watch that one? Let's see that from a higher up angle. As we come now into the chicane, plenty of room. That was...
It looked like the door just closed on Jacob Little, and
yeah, that almost looked like that was on the fault of Corey there. Unfortunately, just maybe it was just the nature of that corner. Hard to say. We're not stewards here, so
yeah, I think his spotter just misjudged the gap.
Thank you, Jake. We're all right for tonight, though. But thank you very much.
That gives a lot of breathing room to Mike Patrick, who's now hunting the tail of Professor Kernotis.
What is going on here? Aaron Miller just made an overtake on Ollie Raza. He can put that one in his resume. And as well, he's not done yet. Wow, he absolutely annihilates the polystyrene barrier. Polystyrene brake marker. What did it do to you? Aaron Miller, though, not done yet. Down the inside, bit of oversteer through the corner. That's going to lose his momentum onto the straight, but we will see if that overspeed from the Aston Martin with the slipstream, he tucks out of it. Heading into T1, he's going to have the long way around.
Looking at the view from Ollie Raza's cockpit, he's pushing it.
Ooh, yes, he
Does he make the overtake?
Yes,
no, they're still fighting. They're still fighting.
Oh, but he has the speed. Oh, there's contact. A little bit of rubbing. Oh, this is some absolutely incredible racing here in this just for fun race. Yeah. Oh, there's even more rubbing. Some bumping and banging happening, but it's all no love lost. Ollie Raza gets the overtake back onto Aaron Miller.
Ollie Raza coming up towards NGK, hitting those polystyrene brake markers. That KTM just ate them up, and he maintained speed. I don't know how he got stopped for that chicane.
Ty, that was an on-the-grass pass is what you call that one. Aaron Miller, no response yet. Seth Lincoln behind as well, looking to potentially take an opportunity there. Darren Thomas up in P4, trying to take away the podium position from Casey Schutte. Casey Schutte had to work very hard early on to dispatch of Adam King. Adam King here or excuse me, Darren Thomas. We're about to see the difference here. In the slipstream, the Ginetta versus the Aston Martin down the straight at Nürburgring is actually fairly even. As we approach just about this trip. You know what? Props to Darren Thomas as he has that car tuned very perfectly as he's about to hit the rev limiter basically as he reaches his braking zone.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna be getting his elbows out soon because time is running out and he's got 2.5 minutes left to make this pass to get on podium.
Needs to get the hurry up as his engineers will be shouting at him in his ear. And Lizzie, welcome as well. Crow Raza isn't a rookie. He's a rookie to the Rookie League. That's not quite how it works, though.
Oh, and a moment for Darren Thomas. A little bit of an oversteer moment there. And I think something happened to Ali Raza and Blizzkit because they've moved back to P16 and 17, and Seth Lincoln got past Raza.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Absolutely, wow. Ali Raza not quite getting to grips with that KTM, or the KTM not getting grips in general. And Lizzie, not racing tonight? Were you not able to join the server? Was that why? Leader is now on the final lap. That happened extremely quickly.
And with that 6.6 second gap on Fernandez, something's gonna have to happen for him in order for Fernandez to catch up. But he's been driving really clean this entire race.
Keep an eye on this battle here for P4, or P3 rather. Because this could go down to the wire. We just have our leader exiting Sector 1. Almost. Actually, it's a bit far away. This track's... I forgot how big Sector 1 is. Ah. Sounds good, Lizzie. That's a very reasonable answer. That's not reasonable. Very sensible, rather. But we'll be back, like I say, next week for the Nürburgring again. Plenty of German action. Oof. I think there was a bit of contact there from Jacob Little and Corey Hampshire. I said I'd follow this to the end. I'll stick with it. We'll hop on board even with the Ginetta. Oh, and that's going to be the move as we see the Ginetta getting on the brakes, but he backs out. Coming up through the very high-speed chicane, that Aston Martin's back end stepping out. They almost made contact. They might have even. The Ginetta coming into the... Oh, no, the Aston Martin has a moment. Darren Thomas is through onto the podium. The Ginetta...
That just shows the patience that Darren Thomas has. He's had the patience to wait for... Casey Schutte to have that moment, and he capitalized on it. He was in position for it.
The leader has finished the race.
And the leader has finished the race. That's Dan Brace finishing the race. Great job. Wilson Fernandez behind him. Darren Thomas gonna take home the P3. Thank you very much, Lizzie. You know, you're telling me that you don't put the stream on for the kids? Disappointing.
Adam King taking pole for the rookie class in P5 overall.
Great drive there from the rookie, who is very much showing to be a non-rookie here very quickly. Adam King challenging Wilson Fernandez on lap 1. It didn't quite hold out, but nonetheless, great drive from him. Kevin Yu as well into P2. Professor Kenotis will be in P7 overall. Mike Patrick taking P8. Corey Hampshire In P9, let me get all the overall. There we go. There's the overall. Oh. And Caleb Dimmock. No, excuse me, Jacob Little. Taking P3 for the rookies. They don't even watch you drive. You got to get them on the wheel, Lizzie. No, I understand. Start them young, though.
A lot of bumping and banging in this race, but everybody's made it across the line now.
Corey, how did you do? You got P9. Is that what you wanted? You want me to, like, I don't know, praise you or something? Nah, great drive there from Corey. He won't reach the pedals.
Got to get pedal extenders for them so that they can reach.
You know, I think Eric has tried something similar, and I don't think it's worked too well. Top 10 from a spin and starting in the back as well. Casey Schutte, last one into the server, first one out on track here into the qualifying 2 session. But plenty of further action to come. As we saw, that was some extreme side-by-side racing throughout the entire field. Aaron Miller, along with Zane Blisket, I should say, rather. Zane Blisket was the true champion. Also, Casey, what did those cones do to you? Regardless, back to the point at hand. Zane Blisket doing a defensive masterpiece last time around. Definitely deserves some credit for that. As this will be a 10-minute qualifying for the white plates. After the 10-minute mark, the virtual checkered flag will fall. After that, we'll see the red plate drivers come out onto the track, where they will have the next 10 minutes to complete their session. And yes, this is a double header.
Yep, double header. That means double the action.
Also, Sparrow, welcome. Off to sleep, IRS. You have a great night. And hope to see you next week. As we hop on board here with Casey Schutte, starting his first lap of the night, first lap of the second session of the night. Heading now into the first corner. Just clipping the apex on the inside, getting on the throttle nice and early. Small correction at the wheel, but not going to lose too much time from that. Into the AMG Arena sector, using all of the track there. Now heavy braking. This is a very awkward sector, extremely easy to invalidate and run wide here. Casey, not conservative whatsoever on exit, using all of it. Pushing on now into the Valvoline curve. Could be maybe a little quicker on entry there, but keeps it together for the Michelin. Or for Ford, excuse me, not Michelin, my bad. Into the Dunlop curve. Short shift into third there. Second gear to get the rotation. Heading through the Schumacher S's extremely quick sector, or extremely quick chicane. Fifth gear holding it there. Almost flat in a GT3 car. Now into the Michelin curve. Third gear, onto the throttle, nice and early, accelerating into the camber of the corner there. Once again, doing the same Heading on to the back, not so straight. Flat out all the way, though. Towards the NGK chicane. It's going to be up to 6th gear, looking for the braking marker at about the 65-ish meter board, well, marker. Holding 4th gear through the chicane, whipping it through into the final corner, the Coca-Cola curve.
And there he goes back onto the straight and over the finish line.
Gonna be a 2:05. Very, very quick lap from Casey Schutte. 2:06.9 from Aaron Miller. 1.3 seconds off the pace. Darren Thomas, 2:04.8 in the Ginetta. That's going to be a tough time to beat. Wilson Fernandez invalidating his first lap. No, he was late out onto the track, that's all. Let's see what Wilson Fernandez has in the AMG. I was talking with Chronotis before this race, as he was saying, you can see those very rapid steering wheel movements from the AMG. Apparently that's natural. The AMG just a very unstable car for GT4s. It's going to be a 2:05.9 there for Wilson Fernandez. Not quite quick enough.
We got Mike Burkhoff coming around Coca-Cola curve right now, and he throws down a 2:05.77. Triple sevens.
And Sparrow 6. I'm sure Raza will be alright. I don't think he's too bothered. I actually don't think I've ever heard the man mad in my life. Ollie, extremely calm guy. Mike Patrick to set a time here. The AMG Black number 7. See what he has in store. Pop on board here. Of course, Assbox on Twitch. Over there streaming ACC.
We got Ali Raza also setting a time, hoping to set a time this lap around. He's coming up to Michelin right now.
Mike Patrick. Another one of those very oversteery cars. But, like I say, I guess that is how the AMG is kind of supposed to be driven. I guess. Don't take my word for it.
Oh, Ali Raza just lost it at NGK.
Ooh. He should have time to put together another lap, but only just. He will have time to put 2 together, maybe, actually. Even. Darren Thomas with the yellow flag and a return to the garage. I think that's going to be the end of his qualifying unless he gets out on track almost immediately. Mike Patrick there comes across the line 2:06.5. Not bad. Just in front of Aaron Miller. Aaron Miller.
Very good. Very good performance in that car.
Yeah, Mike Patrick, very consistent. Been in a couple wrecks here and there, but it happens. Mike Patrick, very consistent. I think he did manage to lose a couple tenths through that first sector, though. It's going to be tough to make up the lap. Wilson Fernandez, he is trying to shoot for that pole position, though.
Yes, he is, and he's dropping pace a little bit, but he's still green. He's got plenty of track to go to try and get that purple lap in.
Yeah, he was a bit conservative through the hairpin there. Lost a couple tenths. He pushes on, keeping up on it though. Needs to gain 1/10 only. Vacuum Racing, number 88 here. On to the back, not so straight. Pushing along to the penultimate corners, I guess, I don't know. It's a chicane, kind of hard to have a penultimate corner.
Ali Raza invalidates another lap. He just can't get the braking point down for NGK.
You know, some say Ali Raza is washed up. Not me. I never said that. I've just heard that, you know? Have I actually heard it? No, I'm just spreading rumors, to be completely honest. Ali Raza,
You're
definitely
being
not
that
washed.
rumor mill right now, huh?
Yes, I am being a rumor mill, but I'll own it.
Mike Burkhoff with the yellow flag.
Looks like that'll be the end of his qualifying session.
Yep.
Used all the tires could give him there that session, and he is content with his time, doesn't think he can do any better. Dan Brace, also without a time.
Wilson Fernandez, though, is 2.5 tenths up on his Delta. He's tied in Sector 2 for the fastest sector of a 46.94 with Darren Thomas.
But he just lost all the time through the hairpin again. He is really struggling. In fact, he's down a tenth as it stands. Wilson Fernandez really, really struggling through the corner we're seeing currently, as Dan Brace also doesn't set a valid lap in this qualifying. This is a massive upset, everybody. Dan Brace. That's going to be the end of his session.
I'm keeping an eye on Corey Hampshire right now. He's 3 tenths up. He's got that purple lap going. Let's see if he can keep it together.
Hop on board here with the main feed for Corey Hampshire. Entering the final sector now. Very short final sector. Darren Thomas currently on pole position. Corey Hampshire,
this is gonna be it.
To the line. Is it enough? No, it's not enough.
8 thousandths of a second. He couldn't keep it together coming out of Coca-Cola.
Oh my goodness.
And Ali Raza finally set a time, but it put him in 6th place. That KTM is just giving him so many problems.
Corey Hampshire, 8 thousandths of a second. Just for reference, everybody, the human eye blinks in 2 tenths of a second. Well, I'll let you do the math on that one. But that is incredibly close. Thomas Snoopy, 99.9% certain that he could have set a better lap. Didn't need to. Don't use the soundboard, please. I need to turn that off. The soundboard's awful. It's like the worst thing added to Discord. Mute 0%. No more.
Yeah, that was just straight cancer. I'm sorry.
It's fine, don't worry. It's not your fault if it was balanced better. That's the issue. Discord just made no attempt on that. Remember, everybody, tires are blue for 3 laps. Don't kill me, please. Great advice, Snoopy. Also, Vadik, welcome. Odstitsev, you're here because it's lightning. What, our stream is lightning? or there's lightning outside your house. Also, one bigly, redeeming a hydrate. I missed that. My bad. We'll get that in real quick.
I actually need to go get a bottle of water, so I will actually be right back.
No problem. Lightning at your house, so you unplugged your PC. Fair enough. So, Avatic, chilling on mobile. Wow, that must be a serious lightning storm. Where I live, we do not quite get lightning, like, well, ever, really. I know, I cannot wait for Saturday either, Vadik. It's going to be so much fun. I'm just praying the servers work. Oh, I cannot believe what happened last week. It's so unfortunate what happened last week. With ACC having ACC issues, nothing we could have done server-wise. Or server... Wait, what? I don't know where to look for. But anyways. You know who is racing with you? Are you racing with Tolu Alashe? I don't remember. Are you on Bees and Booze? Better not say then? Well, I've looked at all the teams. It's just, I just don't remember who. But yes, we have the VG... Wait, no. VCO. I always do that. I apologize. I'm dyslexic. The VCO Grand Finals, the road to the Grand Finals coming up very soon. I tell you what, why don't we plug that right now with the calendar. As we see here, coming up this weekend, the one over on the left, of course, road to the 6 hours. We had Nürburgring last week, last 2 weeks ago, which we won't necessarily talk about. The server, that one has been postponed due to technical difficulties. We have Zandvoort, though, this Saturday. It'll be July 29th. Make sure you guys are signed up for that. Got a team for the 6 hours coming up. We also have our GT3 Championship starting up on August 8th. That's going to be starting off at Silverstone, my personal favorite track, with a 30-45 doubleheader. As well, coming up, can't forget the GT3, GT4 Multi-Class Championship. That's going to be Thursdays at 8:30 Pacific Eastern Time and 5:30 Pacific. We'll be starting off there with Zandvoort as well.
I don't know, Mike. I'm starting to think Nürburgring is cursed right now because we're having all these servers issues with Nürburgring.
That's actually kind of weird that you mentioned that. I didn't think about that, but you are right now that you say that. Let's keep it that way, I guess. Not really. That's not a great thing to say. Anyways.
Back to the action.
Yes, Adam King topping the time charts for the red plates, followed up by Kevin Yu here and Seth Lincoln in the Class and Gas AMG down in P3.
You got Jacob Little coming up. He's got 8/10 up on his personal best.
And Odstitsev partnered with Burakovsky and Jace Wright. Jace Wright, of course, if anyone doesn't know, the controller king. Probably one of the best controller drivers out there in ACC that I know of.
And I think driving with the wheel and pedals is hard. And he's driving with a controller. It boggles my mind.
As well, though, Jace Wright, like I say, very talented, very, very talented guy for being on the controller, actually. Drew Burkowski as well. No slouch. Doc Milwee, welcome. A little late this time around, but better late than never. You know how they say it. Hope you're ready for it. The race 2 tonight. We're coming to the close here in qualifying. Stands Darren Thomas up on pole position in the Ginetta Corey Hampshire. It's a British 1-2 actually. British 1-2 here in Germany tonight. Wilson Fernandez, the Brazilian, in third. In terms of the rookies, we have Adam King topping the time charts there for the red plates. Jacob Little in second, and Kevin Yu now in third after being relinquished. Jacob Little on a not quite great lap, 5/10 down from where he was. We also can take an eye here. Zane Bliskett, who's managed to put in quite a few very rapid laps. This time around, though, not quite managing to put it together, it seems.
Yeah, it seems like the track conditions have changed and the drivers are struggling with it. It's amazing what a little bit of change in temperature can do to your tires and your grip level.
Yeah, Zane Bliskett losing more time there, unfortunately. 2/10 down onto the straight. Gonna be tricky to make up any time here. In fact, it's gonna be near impossible to make up a position now that I look at the time difference. Coming to the final corner. We'll stay along here with Zane in the Cruzada Racing Team. Comes across the line, no improvement. Corey was running on 29 PSI back tires one race. Yeah, that's not recommended. Vidiki, I thought that we were postponing that one to the end of the season. I think we're keeping the SimGrid schedule and running Zandvoort this week. They moved all of them? Did they? Let me check. Let me see what it says on SimGrid at the very least. You are, in fact, correct. Thank you. I did not know that, Vidik. Okay. Nobody tells me anything. It seems like I'm, maybe an important one to tell that to. But that's okay. It's beside the point. We are not going to be at Zandvoort next week. We are going to be at the lovely track again, Nürburgring. Let's hope this doesn't stay cursed.
Don't even say it. Don't even say it.
I already said it. Oh, knock on wood. Redeeming some hydrates there, Schrappenbear. I'll take care of those after. I'm very hydrated as it stands, but let's get in here and meet our drivers. As I also totally forgot to connect the pit wall. Pit wall is now connected. Anybody interested in that? Apologies if you guys wanted that in the last race. It is now available. Pinned in the stream. It was pinned in the stream. It doesn't look like it is anymore. But exclamation mark pit wall in chat if you are interested. But starting in pole position. Going to be a new one here tonight. The British 1-2, as I said before. It's going to be Darren Thomas. 613 Ginetta lined up next to the British driver of Corey Hampshire. Noobs Are Us driver. Next to him will be Wilson Fernandez, the number 88 in P3. Mike Burkhoff, fourth fastest, next to Casey Schutte, the 444 Reckless Racing GT4. We have Ollie Raza, sixth fastest in the number 16 KTM. Struggling last race after picking up some damage early. We also have Adam King here, the number 2, lined up in P7. Professor Kenotis, 8th fastest, next to Mike Patrick in the AMG Black in P9. Jacob Little to round out our top 10 here. He's going to be P2 in terms of the red plates. And Mr. Adam King, P1 for the red plates. Aaron Miller will be 11th fastest overall, 12th overall for Kevin Yu, 3rd in the red plates. Great results there for Kevin to start with. Seth Lincoln, P13. Coming into the race here, we have Caleb Dimmock in 14th, Zane Bliskett 15th fastest. Jacob Church will be in P16, the 2.35.1 Bigley. Alessio Gappa in P17, the number 75 Janetta. I think joined the grid last week. Scott Sullivan, AV6 Scott on Twitch in the Azure AMG here, number 43, P18. Raleigh Duche, I think. I don't think, we'll see. Someone needs to pronounce, but is it Duche? I think. Paul, once again, I'm sorry. Someone needs to correct me on that one. 621 driver, though, P19, Dan Brace in the Ironman Alpine. Didn't set a lap, unfortunately, invalidated at the end in the 46 car. And Yager Karu in P21, last but not least, of course. Drivers are underway to begin their 3.1 mile outlap here at the Nürburgring. Thank you, Edstitsev. And we'll take care of those hydrates. That wasn't my greatest grid walk. I won't sugarcoat that.
It was a little rushed.
I wasn't rushing. That was the thing. I just tripped over my words a couple times. That was very annoying. But, like I say, we're here nonetheless.
We're here to have fun.
Yes. And that we will do. As it stands, 20 minutes on the clock as we head into race 2. More hydrates. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. I need to get some... Honestly, I took a sip of Monster mid-thing because I'm tired. I think that's what it is. I'm just tired.
If we keep drinking all this water, we're going to start bloating.
Absolutely not. Steven, you need to stay hydrated, brother.
I hydrate enough every day, especially working out in this heat.
Good to hear. I'm glad. Also, I haven't been hydrating enough at work, in my opinion, but I think I make it up at home, and I know it doesn't work like that, but...
No, it does not.
Hope. What is? Is Retire the company that make... Oh, wait, Retire's the team. Right? No, it's not. What's Retire?
It's Writer, I believe.
Writer? I'm dyslexic as all can be. Everybody knows this at this point. Go Lizzie. Excuse me. Oh, man, you got me excited for a second. Forzy, unfortunately, Lizzie not racing tonight due to the fact that this is not an official race. This is officially the unofficial race for the Nürburgring that will be happening next week. We had some server issues that did not allow a few drivers into the server, and to make it right, we didn't want to continue the championship this week because some drivers couldn't participate. It would affect the championship, so we decided to just have a for fun race and continue the championship next week. But we are getting ready to go green here. 2x2 Noah's Ark formation. As we have Darren Thomas starting in pole position, Corey Hampshire next to him. I'm Mike Nause in the booth, joined by Stephen Tomazic as we round the final corner here at the Nürburgring for the final time tonight. The final time for the race start. Head here, getting ready into T1, and it's a side-by-side start, and Darren Thomas is going to be under some immediate pressure right away. We also have behind Wilson Fernandez getting a great start, but Mike Burkhoff not so much. Mike Burkhoff under threat from the KTM as well as the Aston Martin, and here we go, grouping up It's a massive send from Wilson Fernandez, and they have a bit of contact, and we see round goes Darren Thomas. There's a lots of bumping and banging. We're around. Wilson Fernandez has stolen the P1 away. Corey Hampshire with no response there. Ollie Raza behind into P3. Adam King, 4th position for him. Mike Burkhoff in 5th. We see Kevin Yu trying to make his positions up again. He had an amazing lap one last time around. Excuse me, that was Adam King that did, and he's having another one. Up to 7th position for him. Yellow flags behind, unfortunately. Jacob Church, Dan Brace getting involved. Dan Brace up to P17 from the start. Seth Lincoln side by side here with Zane Blisket. It's action all around so far, Steven.
Oh, there's so much action that happened right there at that first turn. It's unfortunately the curse of the first turn, and it just collected the leaders.
Collected the
Darren
leaders.
Thomas. You got Darren Thomas all the way back in P20, Casey Schutte in P21.
Well, is Jacob Church getting involved, it seems. Caleb Dimmock getting overtaken here by Professor Kronotis. Is Fife here? No, I do not. I think Brandon Fife was one of the drivers that couldn't get in, actually.
Yes, him and Miles Sewell could not make it in as well.
Yep, also, I think Casey Swan-Seeger was another driver, as well as Kevin Rivera. Some big names that couldn't make it into the server list, so like I say, we decided to push it along and, well, postpone the championship. But we're still racing here tonight, and they are racing like the championship is on. And I saw a question earlier. What did I see? Oh, man, I forgot to get those hydrates.
Sharpenberry asked, it's the officially unofficial race.
Yes, yes. This is officially the unofficial race. As of dubbed by me.
Adam King up into P4. Looking to go after Ali Raza.
Ali Raza, definitely somebody to reckon with. So Adam King might be overstepping his boundaries, but he did it last race, and he did it successfully, at least for a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, Ali Raza is really struggling with that KTM. Adam King might have a shot at him.
Corey Hampshire has a shot at the lead, though, trying to take the long way around in the Dunlop hairpin there. Doesn't quite get it done just yet. The Alpine, though, hot on the tail of the AMG. Once again, it's the French versus the Germans. We know how this went back in 1939, 1941, whatever you want to call it.
We got to get you some history lessons there, Mike.
It's fine. It's in the moment calling. It's irrelevant. It would have been funnier if I got it right, but that's fine.
You got Brace looking at Seth Lincoln, and he makes the pass, I believe. Nope, he's still fighting him.
Corey Hampshire. I will say, we made the comment last race that patience can pay off. I'm not sure Corey is the most patient driver. Yes, thank you, Crazy Good Kung Fu. Yes, Alpine gives up. Not yet. The Alpine has not capitulated just yet. But we will see. Let's hope not.
And Brace has finally made it around Lincoln. And now he's going after Blisket.
Dan Brace picking up some damage. That's not a showroom-ready Alpine, that's for sure. Who is the other commentator right now? That is going to be Stephen Tomazic.
Hello.
I was trying to get you to say hello. Sorry, I didn't really cue you in well.
That's all right.
And the commentator that I am joined with in the VCO. I don't know why I do that so much. Is going to be John Wright, or John Raven Wright. 00 Raven.
Unfortunately, I am not Slav. I'm Slovene.
Whew.
But we all come from the same area of Europe.
Oh, Assbox, AMG, or Seth Lincoln, rather. That's not the AMG Black. My bad. Oh, no, there's contact!
Oh.
Mike Patrick, that is Seth Lincoln. And Seth Lincoln gets tagged a little bit there by Zane Blisket, but Zane Blisket does yield. But that's Slavic? I guess that is Slavic, huh?
It's, I guess, from that region, yes.
I am American.
As am I.
My last
Born and
name
raised.
is allegedly German, but I don't show many signs of that.
You got a good side-by-side battle between Miller and Dimmick going into T1.
Also, some great action here.
Oh, 3 wide. Oh, some bumping and banging.
Ooh. Just missed that on the main feed. Luckily caught that in picture though. But he knows his fellow Slavs. Fair enough.
There you go.
Oh,
Yellow flag for
Dan
Brace.
Brace is head first into the barrier, and that looks self-inflicted. Was there contact? I'm not sure.
Don't think there was.
Taking a look at the same. Let's get a different camera angle here. Oh, there was
yes,
contact.
there was.
Dan Brace rear ends. Who was that? Was that Darren? No, that was. What was that? Bright yellow car. I'm not sure who he rear-ended, but rear ends. Oh, there we are. Aaron Miller.
Aaron Miller, yep.
And drops position.
Drops him all the way back down to 19th. Corey Hampshire is just still wearing the bumper off of Fernandez.
Yeah, Vadik, that only happens when Dom's around, when Dominic Smedra, a.k.a. Yerma Boy Blue, who can't say the name of the guy he's been commentating with for like half a year now. Which, you know, fair enough, I guess. We all got our own issues, and he's got his. Love Dominic Smedra. Of course, Blue will be commentating in the GT3 Sunday Championship coming up. So look forward to those streams, because everybody knows what sort of banter we can get up to in those. Yeah.
Yeah, Blue's kicking me out of the commentator booth and throwing me back into the pit lane.
Yep, at least for Sundays. You're with me on Mondays for now. When is the first GT3 season race? I think it was August 6th or August 9th? August 6th. There it is right there. At Silverstone, 30-40 doubleheader. 30-45.
Kevin, you finally made it around Mike Patrick. He's now moved up into 6th place, and now he's hunting down Adam King. 2 Camaros going after each other.
Yeah, Vadik, I'm sure there's a lot more people to sign up for that league, that's for sure. It is getting awfully close, though. So like I say, if you guys are considering it, make sure you guys get in there on that spot on SimGrid.
Ali Raza setting down fastest lap time of a 2:05 flat. He's chasing after Corey Hampshire and Fernandez in that front pack, in that front train.
and Corey here still keeping up the charge on Wilson, keeping him honest at the very least. Ollie Raza with the fastest lap, though, and reeling in Corey Hampshire. He is currently reeling in a marlin, though, while he's on a tuna boat. Not quite going to work that well, but we'll see. Ollie Raza, an avid fisherman. So he knows his bait and tackle. And yes, I agree. I hope we get a nice and big grid. Trying to promote it as much as we can here on stream. So like I say, if you guys are interested, August 6th, Silverstone at 8:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific. It's on Sundays, of course. So if you guys have an open Sunday and want to get on some amazing sim racing in GT3s, starting off at Silverstone, it's an amazing calendar, actually. Silverstone, Kyalami, Barcelona, Paul Ricard, Imola, Valencia, Watkins Glen, and Suzuka. All of those tracks are absolute grand slams. So that will be a season to be a part of.
They're grand slams, but they are also all very challenging tracks.
A few of them. Suzuka, most certainly. Valencia.
Watkins Glen.
Yeah, the Glen. Yeah, definitely notorious. But Silverstone, starting off a little easier. I don't know. Some people don't think the Silverstone's very tricky. I love the track. It's my favorite track, so.
It's a very fun track, but Maggots and Beckett's just gets a lot of people a little bit squirrely going through that sector.
If it ain't not good at half of those tracks, well, there you go. There's your incentive to get better at them. That's the most, like, backhanded compliment I think I've made all stream, but still. Also, I missed it, and I do apologize. Corey Hampshire has dispatched Wilson Fernandez. Wait, did we catch that?
No, we did not.
Dang. How'd we miss that?
I don't know. You were the one watching it.
I was watching chat. Sorry.
I've been keeping a close eye on this battle between Casey Schutte and Seth Lincoln. All the way back for P12.
Oh, no! Oh, no, Thomas. Our previous pole sitter for this race had an absolutely devastating start into T1, getting knocked back down the grid. And then, just to add insult to injury, had some workers come by to work on his non-functioning TV service, and it killed his internet connection. Oh, you hate to see it.
Talk about bad timing.
It's a really poor sequence of events. Snoopy, I feel for you. I genuinely do. I had to race at Suzuka last week, and it was a pain at the night. There is not much light at Suzuka, I will say that. Ooh, and you got into an incident where your lights were flickering, yeah. You got pole position, write that down, write that down. Ain't no one ever gonna see that one again.
Well, Professor Canonis has finally gotten around Mike Patrick and moved up into 7th place. But this battle up in the front is still on fire.
Absolutely. It's not over by any stretch of the imagination. Anybody can win this race at this point.
5 minutes left, yeah.
Fastest lap from Ollie Raza. 2:05.5 from Wilson Fernandez. Last lap, though. And oh my goodness, Ollie Raza. Why don't we pop on board with him here? As this is about to get frisky. Heading down the start-finish straight now to complete our 8th lap. Our 7th lap. I lied. Looked at it too late. Heading into T1 just a look. That would be way too ambitious of a send, especially with the KTM. KTM not known for its good braking ability. That is for sure. Sticks on the tail of Wilson Fernandez. Riding the curb out wide. In fact, rides too wide there. Could have picked up a track limits warning, potentially. does invalidate. But pushes along. An invalid lap doesn't matter here in the race as long as it's no time gained. The only thing that matters is the position at the end when the checkered flag falls.
Yeah, you get 3 jokers, and then if you go on to that 4th one, that's a nice fancy trip down pit lane.
Pro Dirt currently waiting on your first setup to arrive. Let's freaking go. Just missing your wheel and your wheelbase and monitor stand. I mean, that's basically the whole kit and caboodle with the pedals, but nonetheless, let's go. Pro Dirt, can't wait to see you in the next rookie series, or maybe even in this rookie series. That would be awesome. But welcome to the world of sim racing. It is an incredible time. Professor Chronotis, he's had a bit of an off track there and gets overtaken by a fellow AMG. Mike Patrick slips by, only for a moment though. Gets it done.
Yep, Sullivan just had an off, and Church has caught him, and now they're side by side. Going into, what is that, Dunlop? Yep, Dunlop. And goes a little bit wide onto the sand. But he's got a better run going up into Schumacher.
3 minutes to go before the checkered flag here. We should have 2 more laps. Wilson Fernandez here in a sandwich. Currently trying to become the bread of the sandwich, but hopefully not the bottom. That position currently belongs to Ali Raza, and he is trying everything he can here. Coming at him like a charging bull is this KTM onto Wilson Fernandez, and he's done a great job absorbing the pressure so far. And Vadik driving the Lambo next season. That's going to be exciting. The Evo has been a great car. And Ali Raza around the outside. This is what we know him for, as he's going to try to get the job done. It looks like it's sealed. Coming into the Dunlop hairpin, and he absolutely is. Wilson Fernandez relinquished to 3rd position. Ali Raza with a brutal overtake gets the job done. That does allow Corey Hampshire 1.3 seconds up the road, though. Corey Hampshire looking like he's going to walk away with this one. We'll see. 1 more lap to go after this one. And Ali Raza, this position still under threat from Wilson Fernandez. The Jacob Church and Scott Sullivan battle, I will say, is still ripe, as we can see down on the picture-in-picture.
Yes, it is, and they're still battling it out.
Oh, the KTM going to 3 wheels, both corners. It's pushing to the absolute limit. Let's hope he doesn't push just beyond. But he does gain on Corey Hampshire. We're going to see down the start-finish straight. Leader on the final lap. We'll stick with this battle for the rest of it here.
Oh, Mike Burkhoff just had a yellow flag moment. I think he had a big case of oversteer.
Oof. Hate to see that. Well, man, Wilson Fernandez in your rearview mirror is... well, let's just say he wouldn't be there long in my rearview mirror. Ali Raza, though. No slouch, for one, and also not unfamiliar to leading not just a race, but to leading races with some extremely fast drivers in it. Can he catch Corey Hampshire, though? You can tell Corey's been putting in the work. Extremely dedicated sim racer. Basically, new to sim racing, not new to sim racing, new back to sim racing as of the rookie series last season. And the amount of hours that he has put in and dedication has really shown as he is leading this race. And it looks like he's going to hold on to it, maybe. Half a lap to go. And Merck is on tilt. Oh, and here we go! Corey Hampshire under pressure from Ali Raza, but that was an extremely ambitious send. Ali Raza just trying to keep him honest. Corey knew he couldn't go for the move there. That does put him immediately back under threat from Wilson Fernandez. We see that Ali Raza is clearly faster than Corey Hampshire, but that doesn't matter. It's one thing to catch. It's another thing to overtake. And as we come into the final chicane here, we're running out of overtaking opportunities. We have one corner to go. Corey Hampshire in the Alpine. Rounding the final corner, I think he may have it. It's going to come down to the exit from the KTM. As we come to the line, actually, we're going to go side by side. Ali Raza does finish second. Corey Hampshire takes the victory. And Wilson Fernandez almost takes P2 from him at the very end.
Oh, here you go. Adam King, first in class for the rookies, P4 overall, with Kevin Yu right behind him in P6. And Mike Burkhoff takes P5.
Smoke bellows down and as well as the fireworks come off as we're side-by-side finish there from Aaron Miller and Jacob Little. Great little scrap to the end. Unfortunately, didn't quite catch that. Seth Lincoln as well as Dan Brace. Dan Brace actually gets the overtake on Seth Lincoln at the end. Hang on 1 minute. We need to go back.
Yeah, Lincoln just got a little bit of oversteer and just...
Oh, man. He's too deep into the corner and he runs wide. Oh, he understeers through it. Unfortunately, Seth Lincoln gets overtaken at the end, Dan Brace. Great job there from him. And what a race. May not have counted towards the championship standings, but nonetheless, absolutely amazing battling.
Very fun race to watch. A lot of action up in the front, a lot of action in the middle of the pack.
And Adam King, bummed that one doesn't count. I can understand why. Finally beats both, honestly, absolutely beat Kevin Yu by quite a bit there. Kevin Yu been your rival a bit in the red plates, but unfortunate. And yes, Alpha, thank you very much as well. Welcome, Alpha. I know I didn't quite say that, but Fernandez went hard on the last 2 laps, getting overtaken. Yeah, Wilson Fernandez, a very emotional Brazilian driver. You'll love to see it. I love Wilson Fernandez. Absolutely awesome guy. And he shows it at the end there, just putting in every ounce of energy that he has. And unfortunately, no driver interviews here tonight. We are going to end the stream. We're going to be looking for a raid real quick. I probably should have had a raid ready before I said that. I know exactly who we're raiding. In fact, we're going to be raiding none other than Jake Wells. I suck at this. Of course, we have to. Legally obliged. No, not really, but thank you guys very, very much. So will we be at the Nürburgring again? Yes, Sparrow 6. Next week on Monday, we will be back at the Nürburgring, as well as Saturday. We will be back at the Nürburgring too. So we have plenty of German action. I have a very extended stay here in Germany in my hotel, so be here for quite some time. But we are going to be raiding Jake Wells. I suck at this, so everybody make sure you guys go drop him a follow if you haven't, which, come on, I'm pretty sure everybody already has. It's Jake Wells. But anyways, thank you. Massive, massive thank you to Steven Tomazic for being in the booth with me once again.
So it's always fun being in here with you, Mike.
Absolutely.
It's always fun watching these drivers drive around these tracks, and going from being in the car and then being out of the car. It's a whole nother experience, but you get to see the greatest action going on.
Absolutely. And big thanks to all the drivers. Congratulations for the podiums. And thank you guys, and I will see you guys here on Saturday. Have a great rest of your week.